Hey everyone, this is Wendy. This is Wendy's Parade of Perfume. Here on my channel, I just talk about the perfume I'm wearing, what I feel like talking about, what I feel like chatting about, perfumize, the perfume that's on my shelf, stuff stuff I'm cogitating on in my little perfume world. Today I want to talk about white t-shirt fragrances because, number one, I've been watching a lot of other people talk about them and I'm getting a little inspired and I like to hear what their choices are. Number two, I actually did a video for this a long time ago. And who says you can't be a repeater? That's okay. I try not to just do the same list over again, but and there may be one or two overlaps, but I have a feeling that most of everything I'm doing is a little different. As per usual, I have new, I have old, I have niche, I have my little ragtag group of misfit perfumes up in here. So, and I don't go in order. This isn't, I know, we're going to skip around a little bit as far as like grouping goes. So let's just get started. White floral. Okay, I want to back up. It dawned on me today that I should be wearing white. Not only am I not wearing white, I'm wearing a black dress and a denim shirt and, oh well, it's what I got dressed in today. Maybe I should, I'm not going to restart. I was like, maybe I should restart this and go put a white dress on, but I'm not going to. This is what I decided to wear today. So my first perfume is Gucci Flora Gorgeous Jasmine because I'm sorry, like white flowers, white t-shirt, what are you going to do? Especially a perfume like this, which it's just simple, it's beautiful. The note list for Gucci Gorgeous Jasmine is a little bit more complicated than what really pans out. It's mostly jasmine, maybe a little bit of hit of rose, a small hit of sandalwood, but mostly what it is this effusive, soapy yet creamy at the same time jasmine with a hit of sweetness, but not too sweet. And I've just really enjoyed wearing this. Something about the way this blooms on your skin I just really like wearing it. So if you're in the market, number one, this is easy to test at Ulta or Macy's. Most people have at least one or two of those in their vicinity. But Gucci Flora, Gorgeous Jasmine, and this is I'm almost done with this 10 mil, so I think I am going to get a big bottle because that's what I'm going to do. Next in line, now roses are red, but roses also come in white. This is Rose de Mai by Fragonard. I don't think that Fragonard is a very popular, or at least I don't want to say popular, but I feel like nobody talks about Fragonard. Anyway, as you can probably tell by the description of the perfume and the packaging, it's a fairly simple rose perfume, and I feel like that's a necessity unless you're crazy and you hate roses. Like, what's wrong? What's wrong with roses? But anyway, this is a slightly toned down version of Tea Rose, Perfumery's Workshop Tea Rose. So you're not going to be like punching people in the face with the rose, but if you want a really nice but yet authentic, it smells like ripe, fruity roses, but it's not so strong that it's going to be crazy, and it just adds a nice little touch of rose to your day. And I think this is a really beautiful rose, simple, beautiful rose fragrance, and it doesn't have to be more complicated than that. This is not like Amouage Lyric. This is not Portrait of a Lady. This is just Rose de Mai by Fragonard. Ooh, love this one. Please tell me that other people have smelled La Perla Luminous Eau de Parfum because I love this one. And I'm glad I got a bigger bottle. Now, this is a woody jasmine musk. Just swoony right now. It's a woody jasmine musk. To me, it also smells fruity. Like there's some of these like rich, like apricot-y fruity notes that I think are coming from the ambrette. The ambrette makes it a little bit bloomy as well. But the bottom line is this is another jasmine perfume, and it is loaded with cedar. It's like cedar saturated, it's sandalwood saturated, but it also has like little fruity tinges. It's a little bit sweet while being a little bit woody. Everybody knows I'm not actually the biggest sweet person, so it's just a little sweet. Just the fruitiness adds a little nice touch of sweetness. But the jasmine blooms, and this also reminds me of slightly like nicely smelling lotions, nicely scented cosmetics, like, you're almost getting ready. So it has that like that getting ready throw. Like somebody walks out of the bathroom and their hair's styled and they put their makeup on and they're wearing their nice clean clothes. And I absolutely love this. And I also think that this would be great for a streamlined white t-shirt look. And that is Luminous from La Perla. Let's just go for another designer. I've had this for a really long time and I've been neglecting it. And I just got a BMI bonnet and I wanted to pull it out. Now this is Infusion de Tuberose from Prada. So yes, another white on white floral, but this one is very simple. It has a really simple note list. There's oranges, tuberose, and petitgrain. So it's a fruity, floral, woody. It's very toned down. It's very smooth. It's very understated. It's in, water, Infusion de Liis, or this isn't Infusion de Liis, but, in the Infusion of Prada line, they're not super strong, but I don't know. I really, really like this one. If sometimes tuberose is too much, like, okay, Armani My Way is a really punchy, big tuberose. This is a subtle, understated tuberose. It's recognizably tuberose. It's there. You can smell it, but it's simple. The orange is just nice and floaty, and the petitgrain, it's woody without being, ambroxan and obnoxious. It smells like authentic petitgrain. So I've really been liking Infusion de Tuberose from Prada. Okay, I snuck one vintage in here. I don't know how well the camera is going to do, but this is Coty L'Aimant, which at the time, this came out in the 1920s. Even at the time was basically meant to be a dupe of Chanel No. 5. Now, for those of you that don't like Chanel No. 5, fear not. At this point in time, this perfume is 100 years old. It's a kind of forgotten about it's turned into a cheapie. You can get this for like 10 or 15 bucks, even now in 2025 on the gray market. This is a simple floral aldehyde. I feel like a lot of the florals have been stripped out. It was probably a lot stronger back in the day, but like Chanel No. 5, because we all have that point of reference, it has that kind of clean, sparkling aldehydic top. There's a little mishmash of florals in the center, a little bit of violet, a little bit of white flowers, a tiny little hint of carnation. It's not very strong. Then it just kind of dries down into like a floral soap dry down. It wears really light. It's very pretty. I would almost say exquisitely pretty, delicate. More in the time of, it is old fashioned though, more in the time of Chanel No. 5, more in the vein of, Nina Ricci, L'air du Temps. But this is just really pretty. And I think that, if you want to wear something clean, something a little floral, a little something sparkling, it's inexpensive and it's not going to offend anyone. So if you're going to work or going somewhere in your white t-shirt and you just need to keep a low profile, I feel like that would be a good one to wear. Okay, so I'll just switch to some niche. Maybe we'll switch back and forth. I did pick up this D'Orsay Nous, Sommes, Amants. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm sorry. I am going to type out all the perfumes in the Dropbox. This is a very woody perfume, and I admit I'm on the fence of it a little bit. I bought this because the notes looked really interesting, and I really like Palo Santo perfumes. Number one, for the love of God, do not blind buy this unless you find it like on Facebook or, Mercari or something like that. That's what I did. I got this off of Mercari for a little bit less than I would have paid for retail. The reason I think that this would be a white t-shirt fragrance is because this is a very streamlined woody fragrance. There's not a lot in here except for woods. And I think you would just smell kind of simple and kind of subtle and kind of woody in your outfit if you were to wear this. So I'm just looking out the window. Everybody's out on Labor Day. It's Labor Day, by the way. Happy Labor Day to everyone who labors for a living. Anyway, this perfume, we'll just put that right there. It's rather synthetic. It's actually a little disappointingly synthetic. I don't feel like they needed to go that far. The way to wear this is do not huff it from the cap. Don't spray a ton on and huff it. I like to wear this 1 or 2 sprays, hold my nose, run out of the cloud, and then it can develop because admittedly there's a lot of woody synthetics in here, and if they clog up my nose, I won't be able to smell anything except for the woody synthetics. Now, it sounds like I don't like this perfume, but I do because it does have these subtle changes along the way. It does start to smell like Palo Santo. It starts to smell like cedar. It starts to smell like sandalwood. In a very modern, angular way, though. I have enjoyed wearing this. I'm on the fence of whether I'm going to keep this or not. I've, tested it out a bunch of times because I took it out and I was like, whoa, just because I had to learn how to wear it basically. But I still think that this would be an interesting androgynous woody perfume if you were so inclined. But if you're looking for a straight up Palo Santo perfume that this purports, this is not it. And it's also not as complicated as the notes would suggest. I've talked about this company in my little sample perfume reviews. And I think that Ethreal Wave, I don't know if that's going to go through, from the perfume company Liis, would be an amazing white floral perfume because this is a beautiful woody tea with a little splash of cardamom. Very, very subtle. But the tea notes are just bursting and refreshing and slightly citrus, but real tea notes though. Green tea, black tea, osmanthus tea. And the good thing about this one, I don't know how they did it, but the woody notes are just this nice underlying backbone of woods without being harsh and synthetic. And this does wear though, very light, very simple, just, tea perfumes and white t-shirts. I mean, that's a great combination. So I think that Ethreal Wave from Liis would be a great white t-shirt perfume. Let's just keep on the small little perfume motif. So this is a perfume oil that I have from the company Rahua. I think that they mostly make hair stuff. This is Palo Santo oil perfume. This wonderfully smells really good. It smells like Palo Santo. I actually need to wear this a little bit more. It's very, very, very strong. It doesn't smell strong from the bottle, but when you put it on, it'll just project, so you don't need that much. This is Palo Santo. To me, it smells legit, like real Palo Santo. Palo Santo and a smidgen of white flowers. White floral Palo Santo. Palo Santo naturally has a little bit of pine aspect and a little bit of like citrus aspect, so the complexity of the Palo Santo oil is just present, and it just has that nice rounded Palo Santo note. Dries down though into like a cedary Palo Santo. But yeah, I just feel like you would just be really elegant and really pretty in a white t-shirt and Rahua Palo Santo perfume oil. And it's very affordable. This is within the 30s, if anybody is interested in something that's authentically Palo Santo. This little company is called Urban Root. I think I've talked to them. This is another sandalwood leather. It also kind of smells like violety and a little bit cedary too. And the best of all is that it's really inexpensive. But this is like a, woody, violety. It's supposed to have a little hit of leather. Maybe this could be an updated Miss Balmain, like from way back in the day, like those heavier violet leather perfumes. I don't know if anybody's ever smelled that. It's kind of an old perfume. But it has like a sandalwood, violet, tiny bit of leather, tiny bit of just like incense. It's just, but at the same time, those sound like they'd be really heavy notes, but they are not done in a heavy-handed way. They are done in a very mild way, and they would go great with a white t-shirt. And this is really inexpensive. So Santal from Urban Root. Now, this company, have noticed, has done a little bit of shrinkflation because when I was buying these, they were 50 mils, and I think they have cut down to 30 mils, but they're still really cheap. Okay, you can't have a white t-shirt without having a laundry detergent perfume. And for that, I pick Elizabeth and James Nirvana Grey. This is actually my, I don't want to say a new bottle. It's my backup bottle because I bought, you know how, if you have a lot of perfume, buy the 1 ounce. That's all you need, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, 90% of the time that's true, but sometimes I use up my 1 ounces and then I have to get another one. Anyway, I think I have actually done a review for this one too, a very long time ago. This perfume smells like lavender. I feel like it has a little bit of iris in it too. It also has musk, but it also has laundry detergent orange blossom in a very nice way. I don't mean that in a bad way. So this is what it smells like. It's like a detergent-y, clean lavender iris with a nice hit of orange blossom. It's simple, it's elegant, it's androgynous, it's beautiful, and would go great with would go great with anything. This is a very versatile perfume, but I had to get this out because this is definitely a white t-shirt perfume, and that is Elizabeth and James French Grey. Can't you come back to us, Elizabeth and James? We miss you. You had a great, they had great ideas. They had a great aesthetic. I just really like this perfume company. Let's do a niche. This is from Miller Harris, and I feel like for those who are so inclined, you may need a powdery perfume too to go with your white t-shirt. Veil is a little misleading because this perfume is not, I mean, it's not a powerhouse, but it's not a little powdery veil. It's actually a bit of an amber floral in a powder form. And I feel like this has like, you know, peony and magnolia, but really it's like this little melange of like powdered pink flowers on a pretty good amber base, but powder form. Powder, powder, powder. So if you don't like powder, I mean, at least they tell you in the name, true to advertising, you're not going to like powdered veil. But if you want like just a really pretty, clean, girly, but still interesting with a little bit of hit of amber, I really recommend powdered veil. Kind of going fast here, but that's okay. You gotta go fast when it's a white t-shirt day. Okay, I didn't really mean to do this, but the other day it's been ungodly hot where I am, and it's finally cooled off. You know, it's just been so nice. And I cannot stand wearing vanilla. It just as an aside. I love vanilla, but I don't really like wearing vanilla in the heat. It's too much. But it finally cooled off. Not quite cold. It's not cold or anything, but I mean, it's in the 70s, and it's, you know, you don't start sweating as soon as you go outside. And I wanted to wear a vanilla perfume. So I chose from my beloved Annick Goutal, Vanille Exquise. This is, I want to say, this is a relatively newish bottle because for the longest time I had a big decant of this and I finally used it up. And maybe a year ago, I was like, I'm going to use up that decant. I got to buy this. And it took me like a year to get into this. But anyway, this is a really light perfume. Someone that wants a real heavy, like stick to your ribs type of vanilla, this is not it. And I don't want to say this has problematic notes because I don't mean it like that. But okay, let me just describe what it sounds like, what it smells like. It's vanilla, but it's a light, like aromatic bakery vanilla. So it smells really natural and it doesn't smell sugary at all. It also has a bit of almond in it. I enjoy the almond, but once in a while it veers into like vanilla Play-Doh territory. It doesn't bother me when I smell it. Like I like it, but I could see maybe some people or some skin chemistries like amplifying that like vanilla Play-Doh note. So just be warned if this sounds like something you would like oh, like a nice, elegant vanilla that isn't too strong. There is a Play-Doh note in here, so definitely try this if you can. It also has a hit of of like green, like, oh gosh, what's that Guerlain, you know that Guerlain perfume, Angelique Noir? Because it has Angelica in it. This has a little bit of green Angelica in it too, but it's really light. So this is light vanilla that is not very sweet, more on the natural side, more on the aromatic side with a hit of green, a hit of almond, a hit of Play-Doh, and then it dries down into a vanilla wood, which is the wood is guaiac wood, which is really pretty. This wears real light. It only lasts 4 to 5 hours on my skin. It's an eau de toilette, but still, if you're in the mood, if you're like, yeah, I really want to wear a vanilla, but you just don't want to go there because sometimes vanilla can just be a little assaulting on the senses. This is a wonderful vanilla dominant perfume that, number one, goes well if you're itching for a vanilla and it's a little warm out. But number two, if you're wearing a white t-shirt, this would be a great understated vanilla to wear. And I'm just going to end on that. I just felt like getting on here today too. I've been really busy, not in a fun way, just in I have a doctor's appointment. I have to go, visit my dad. So my dad lives out of state from me. So it's a bit of a trip. And I've been working like crazy since half our department quit. So that's my life. But this is also my perfume. And let me know what simple white t-shirt fragrances you've been wearing. I debated actually calling this minimalist fragrances versus white t-shirt fragrances. So maybe for the title, I'll put white/minimalist fragrances. I mean, what's the difference really? Anyway, let me know what you think. Let me know what you've been wearing, or just say hi. I like it when everybody says hi. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. And I hope to be back relatively soon because I want to get more going on putting out perfume stuff because I'm still wearing perfume. I'm ordering perfume. I got the new Shalimar. It's incredible. Check it out. And I'm going to talk about that too when I get more time. So I will see you all later in the next one. And thank you for being here for those of you who have stuck with me for 20 whole minutes. I really appreciate you to bits. Bye-bye. And happy Labor Day. We all deserve that, right? We really do.